What's up, Jitz? Hey, Divine Collective. Welcome to the Jig is Up TarotVision TV. I am your spiritual hostess with the mostest, and you can call me Lou, because everybody else do. Hey, Pooh, period. To all my new jigs that's joining the journey, I just want to take a real quick minute, okay, and say, hey, new jigs. Yes, if you are a new subscriber to the channel, then welcome. Hashitashi, glad to have you at the jig, period, okay? To my day ones, my A1s, you already know, boo. Muah, I love you, and I'm so glad that y'all stuck around town to see what was going down with your girl, okay? I do want to make a few announcements, just a few little announcements, okay? So if you want to continue straight on to the downloaded messages, I'm sure I'll be timestamping everything, so go ahead, okay? Do you, boo. But for everybody else, get in here, Divine Collective, yes. Okay, first of all, I just want to say, it's been about a month since I did the reboot. Okay, the reboot of the channel. If you a day one, then you already know I've restarted my channel several times. Okay, and a lot of y'all stuck with me, and I am so grateful, because if it wasn't for that, I truly wouldn't have continued my channel. I just want to say, man, we started off at 150 subscribers when I first started the reboot about a month ago, and now we are sitting at 100 and what? 85. Period. Yes. Period. Okay. We are setting up shop on our own little block here in these YouTube streets. Okay, let them know we here, period. And I am so grateful. I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much to everybody that has come through the channel with some positive energy. I'm talking about liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing the videos. Like, that's for you, boo, period. Thank you so much. Okay, we are about to get into another Let's Talk, but I could not go another video without saying that I'm so excited just to keep going on this journey with y'all, and I'm ready to just continue to grow, build, and expand at this point. Okay, at this point. Thank you so much from the bottom to the top. All right, now with that being said, Divine Collective, what it do? I'm saying Divine Collective now because at first I was starting these as Divine Feminine reads. And yes, thank you so much, Divine Feminine, okay, for all of your support. But then I started checking the schematics, child, okay, and I see the masculine energy is coming up in here, sneaking and creeping up in here, child. They coming through the back. They sitting at the back of the room. They all out the window. Like, what y'all got going on over there? So, Divine Masculine, welcome. I see y'all boo creeping up in the percentages. Okay, the schematics. Okay. So, yes, it is now Divine Collective, and we are about to get into another Let's Talk. As you can see, I already got my handy-dandy notebook. Okay, so you already know it's finna be a time. Look. Divine Collective, look, we got a lot to get through tonight. I am not going to sit here and act like this is finna turn into a read. If you've been catching the ones I've been doing, then you know we go through the handy-dandy notebook, okay? We get in, we get out, okay? Sometimes it turns into a read, sometimes it don't. I'm not going to promise that. I'm going to read the messages. I'm going to deliver them the way my spirit team, yes, period, has instructed me to present them. So, flame up. Yeah, we gonna take our time tonight, Divine Collective. Yes. We gonna take our time. Woo! Okay. If you hear me coughing in the background, y'all, I done told y'all to flame up now, okay? 420 Nation over here with 420 Friendly. Okay, if that ain't your cup of tea, then flame up some sage. Flame up, a coffee pot, whatever the fuck you got to do, okay, to get in your mode while we go over these messages is what I'm gonna need y'all to do. First of all right, the name of the title is probably gonna be Love on the Line, all right? When I say I got so many messages and we got so much to get to, I know y'all like get to it already. I'm going. But I want to take my time tonight. I really want to get, in the right energy. I had my bath. I done cleansed. I did my full set, okay? I done did my hair, child. I mean, I just been self-caring and self-pampering all up on myself. Especially, you know, to be my best energy for these reads. Like, it ain't for no going out. It ain't for no show. It ain't for no picture. It ain't for this, that. It ain't for no nigga. You know what I'm saying? Just to be honest, okay? It's for myself. And I feel like a lot of y'all have been in that same energy, whether you're divine feminine or divine masculine. I feel like y'all been loving all up on yourself. Let me know. All right, let's get started. First of all, I got a couple things to get to tonight. If you've been catching these reads, then you already know how I get down, all right? If not, then I suggest you go ahead in my archives, in the playlist for the Twin Flames, and go ahead and catch yourself up, because I am noticing a progressive thread, like a pattern, and it's just a story that's evolving. Not a story, but like, I don't know, it's a perspective or a point of view from my spirit team that's evolving, and it's all like, you know, meshing well into each other. It all connects in some type of way. So if you haven't caught the reads, go ahead in the Twin Flame playlist and check them out. First, we're going to start with the randoms. Y'all already know how I do. So I got a few random messages here. I'm going to lift my notebook up so y'all can see it a little bit. My handwriting been getting a little bit better, y'all, but not really. Like, when I'm channeling, I just be going for it. Stuff be scribbled. Stuff be, you know. So, actually, the few random messages that I get, the Keisha Cole song, Sent from Heaven, I wanna be the one who you believe in your heart is sent from. Hey, sing it, period. Okay, so I've been channeling that song all day. I don't know if some of y'all been listening to it, or like the song has a special meaning to somebody out there, but I've been channeling this song so hard, and I'm telling you, divine feminine, divine masculine, you are truly the ones that's like sent from heaven. Like, I'm just being honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all in the first couple early readings that it's only a few, okay, from 1 to 10% of the people on the planet are actually twin flames. And I just feel like those are the ones that are sent from heaven. That's why I've been channeling this song, because I knew I was going to come on and do a divine collective read. So Sent from Heaven is what I'm getting. Y'all go listen to that song. I'm probably going to drop the link. Then I got something about Scooby-Doo. Okay? I know y'all seen it when I hold it up to the thing. Scooby-Doo, child. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but some of y'all really feeling Scooby-Doo. Maybe that was like your favorite cartoon character as a child. Maybe you still love you some Scooby-Doo, and you just be watching cartoons, okay, and you got to see you some Scooby and Scrappy-Doo. I'm just saying. Let me know if that resonates. I told y'all it was random. Then I've been hearing something about this spark. Have y'all been hearing it? All this, the spark conversation, whether it's about like, I don't know, I just been hearing a lot about the spark, okay? So that will resonate for a lot of you out there, like the spark of life. It's something about it being a divine spark or a divine force of energy that's like driven by light and like fire. I don't know. Okay, look, that was that message. Then I got this messages over here. The song gets closer to my dreams. I'm getting higher and higher, closer to my dreams. I'm not really sure who that's by right now, but I will drop a link. I've been also channeling that song as well. I feel like a lot of the twins, a lot of divine masculine, divine feminine collective have been getting closer to their dreams. But hold on, we got more for that. Put a pin in that, okay? We're going to talk about, what are we going to talk about next? Okay, it says Mercury, Mars, pink moon in Libra. Venus was the last to go direct. Okay, I've been saying that all through these pink moon readings. So make sure you get up out here on your astrological game, your cosmic game, because these planets is moving and rotating, and we just don't know what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? But it's information out there nowadays. That's the beauty about this time and this age, like the age of information, the age of Aquarius. So go out there and soak it up, okay? Because I've been talking about the pink moon all week. Next is, I heard something real specific, okay? And this is going to resonate hard for somebody. I heard the phrase pop up in my head, y'all. It said, The past is grass, so smoke it. I am not lying to you, okay? I'm gonna hold it up. No, I gotta hold it up. The past is grass, smoke it, okay? So, on that note, flame up. I've been getting something about smoking lately. Okay, now I know it's a lot of, you know what I'm saying, misconceptions. It's a lot of different theories, opinions, point of views on spirituality and smoking. Yes, I am talking about ganja. Okay, I am talking about marijuana. Mary Jane. Mary Jane. That's what I'm talking about, okay? So, I don't know if somebody out there like questions whether or not they're spiritual if they smoke, or whether like you question other people that smoke. I don't know if somebody is out there like, oh, you a reader and you smoke and blah blah. I don't know, child. All I know is the past is grass and I smoke it. That's all I know. Like, no, but they wanted me to point out that a lot of ancestry, a lot of cultures do believe. Go do your own research, okay? A lot of cultures, especially Indian, Native American, indigenous, even some Asian cultures, okay, really believe that that is a supplemental plant, okay? That is the only plant that I see out here in this drug world. Like, let me know, okay? You know what I'm saying? Other things are very chemically based. They're toxic. They're bad for you. That shit comes from the earth. We come from the earth. Okay, what the fuck you think all them indigenous people was doing with the peace pipe? Okay, what did they call it though? They didn't call it the bad people pipe. No, they called it the peace pipe. Motherfuckers turned it into something else, changed it into something different. Maybe some of y'all have been wondering, like, should you smoke? I don't know. I'm feeling something out there like that. I can only tell you my experience, my human experience with marijuana is some people got it, some people don't. Some people really smoke, some people really can't. Okay, it's dependent upon your biological makeup, okay, what you got in your bloodline, okay, how you react to it, what you feeling, you feel me? Go with your intuition when it comes to that. All right, now we're gonna keep it moving. It says divine feminine and divine masculine, closer to your dreams. Yes, that song I was channeling. Okay, now look. It says we are actually starting to not only like get closer to them, but manifest them into reality. Okay, listen to me, divine collective. You know how I'm coming. I don't just be hopping on here with no bullshit. These are messages straight from my team. They said, divine feminine, you are vibrating so high, closer to my dreams. Oh my God, divine feminine, the energy when they gave me this message is fucking beautiful. Okay, it says your ears have been popping. You are vibrating so high. Some of y'all have been experiencing ear popping, okay? And I mean like that high altitude where you get up in an elevator and you 90 floors up, or you get in an airplane and you 80,000 above the altitude of the latitude. Look, divine feminine. Okay, they said walking on air, on sunshine. Okay, walking on sunshine. I just feel like divine feminine, especially, you have been feeling extra good, like so feminine, soft, beautiful, vibrant, fresh, okay? Like those are all the words I'm getting. You're floating, they said. You're growing and glowing, okay? Not only are you glowing, but you're growing. Like that's what it is. That's that glow. Like, oh my God, you are accomplishing so much spiritually, personally. Y'all have been out here loving on y'all self, doing y'all shadow work, staying out of trouble is what they said, divine collective. Period. Y'all been staying out of trouble. Okay, myself included. I like this energy. It says you're radiating the essence of your true beauty, divine feminine. That's what it says. So I'm so proud of you. Okay. Man, I'm all choked up. You know what I'm saying? It just gets me right here. They said they gave me the feeling of like bubbles in champagne. Okay, so a lot of y'all like champagne. A lot of y'all been treating yourself. Okay, maybe on that spa day or that me time day where you're taking your bath, where you're doing your ambiance. You have you a glass of champagne, some mimosa. Okay, I'm just feeling like you've been celebrating yourself. That's the energy that I'm getting, Divine Feminine. Keep going, girl. Keep going, boo. I'm rooting for you. Period. Okay. So they gave me champagne vibes. And they gave me this, you're getting closer to your dreams, you're elevating, you're glowing, you're growing, okay? And you're doing all of this from within. You are not looking for external approval, external support, validation, okay? Look, ooh, look, Divine Collective, I like this shit. I'm not even gonna lie to you. We got a lot to get through, but I had to relish in the moment, okay? It says Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine specifically, okay? You just left an impression. Like all this great energy is actually rippling outwardly into your everyday life, into your walk, your talk, your be about it business, okay? Look. It says you just left an impression. You just did your thing, okay? At some event, job, interview, corporate meeting, and they are still talking about you even though you are not in that room, okay? Look, listen to me now. Your presence was felt, okay? The way you presented, the way you work, I mean, everything about you, the ethics, the work ethic, the skills, it shined through, okay, Divine Collective? Look, okay, that was that. Somewhere, y'all didn't just did y'all thing. I don't care what we talking about. Somewhere you just made an impression. Somewhere that beauty, that effervescence, that standing in your true authentic energy is going to lead you to an opportunity for your future, okay? So I really feel like y'all are out there making y'all mark. Y'all are making moves, okay? Moving in silence, all right? Not needing external forces to hype you up, gas you up, pump you up, you feel me? You going out there and you actually starting to initiate change. Look, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. Next, they wanted me to talk about precious metals. Okay, I'm gonna hold it up again just so y'all know. Y'all with me. Precious metals. I did get some other messages too. I'm gonna add right here. Precious metals says, they want us to start using precious metals that conduct electricity, all right? Look, I've been getting this a lot. Some of y'all gonna resonate super hard with this part, okay? Copper jewelry, okay? Gold, jade, turquoise, emerald, sapphire. Some of you have recently purchased these things, have already had them, like maybe ancestrally, like they were passed down as heirlooms. I'm getting that vibe also, but maybe some of you recently purchased them. I'm hearing some of y'all got these things in your cart right now. Click the button, okay? Period. Okay, I have also been investing in some jewelry, okay? In some bracelets for myself. This is my Scorpio bracelet with the rose quartz. So, yes, definitely start getting these jewelries, these stones, basically is what they're giving, these minerals, crystals of the natural earth, okay? They said copper jewelry, I'm gonna name them again, copper jewelry, gold, jade, turquoise, emerald, sapphire, all right? These are the items that you will need to continue to like anchor down this energy that you're in right now that's creating so much change. So these things will support you. I told you the divine already has placed tools for us. Tarot is one of them, okay? That's a tool, all right, to be used. It's not for overuse. It's not to run your whole fucking life. It's a tool, just like these things that I'm naming. So if you have not thought about purchasing these things, or you ain't that deep into it like that, please consider it. Please go do some research. I'm going to continue to encourage that. But these are things that will help increase your vibration, your frequency at this point, for you to be your best self, for you to step out of potential and into realized action. Yes, that's what the fuck. Ooh, boy. Speak, Spirit God. Speak, Lord. Ooh, speak to me. Okay, because my spirit guides be snapping. I don't know about y'all. Okay, because they be snapping. Look, next part is, yeah, this will enhance. These things will enhance and develop you. Like, develop this frequency. Like, hone it in. Make sure it's locked in and not going nowhere type of vibe. This divine feminine energy will also increase with these things. Abundance, blessings, and gifts. Okay? Look, let me show y'all. Look. Okay, we got all those, right? It says this divine feminine energy, gifts, abundance, blessings. Okay, so these things will help continue to create, yes, more and more. I'm talking about more and more. I'm lit tonight. I'm sorry, y'all. Look, next thing is, they said people think it's all about the diamonds because they just gave me all these precious metals and stuff, right? And then they said it like people think it's all about the diamonds, but it's not, okay? Yes, diamonds is great, okay? But it said, look, I know I'm going to lose y'all on this somewhere. Some of y'all going to be like, what? It says some of y'all need to get y'all diamonds appraised, okay? Now, look, I'm not an appraisaler, okay? I don't even know if that's the right word. Okay. I used to watch Antique Roadshow. Some of y'all used to watch Antique Roadshow, okay? And when the people used to come on there, okay, and some of them would be the head, you feel me, a diamond from 1980,000, okay? And they'll be standing there waiting for the motherfucker to say whether it's worth some shit or not. And then they'll make that face, okay? When they find out it's not real. Look, some of y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all ain't. Some of y'all really need to get y'all diamonds appraised. Okay, if you have diamonds, I do suggest you get them appraised. Not all of y'all is gonna have a problem. Okay, some of y'all, you know what I'm saying? But like gifts, things that you've gotten from people. I'm hearing old boyfriends. I'm hearing family members. Some of y'all, okay, got some glass. I'm not gonna lie to your ass. All right, you got some glass, so go get them diamonds appraised. Just know what you're working with. All right. They also said anything the world or the matrix, the 3D dimension is worshiping holds a oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm speedballing. I'm going too fast. They said anything the world, the matrix, the third dimension is worshiping or makes it seem like it has a lot of value. They said it ain't worth shit cosmically, okay? They said it ain't worth shit to the divine, all right? Nothing, okay? Nada, nunca, okay? So, with that being said, just make sure you have the things you need to facilitate, okay, your greatest energy. All right, just make sure you know what you got in that jewelry box, what you wearing around your neck, okay, what you putting on your body. Like, that's what they're giving me. Like, at first they started out with like symptoms for the body, but now they're giving me like, external things that we use, but we can use these things to our benefit as long as we know the right shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, okay. This next one right here is where it gets real lovey-dovey for me, okay? But this is a message out there for a percentage of you. Don't know what percentage, we will find out. It says someone is coming a long way to find you. Divine feminine, divine masculine, okay? Spiritually, they have been traveling galaxies searching for you. Okay, this is the message I got straight from my team, so I can only deliver what I was told. It says, but also searching for you, but also in the physical, this person will travel a long distance to come to you. Okay, so I'm feeling like either some of y'all have been in long distance relationships and this is actually your person, or I'm feeling like divine feminines, divine masculines that are single at this moment, y'all feel like y'all been searching all y'all life for this one thing, for this one person, for this one relationship, and I feel like it's coming in, okay, for a lot of you, for a percentage of you, all right? So I do pick up this, man, super long distance vibe, but somebody has traveled a great distance to come to you. Specifically, Divine Collective, okay? This person is going to be your biggest fan, but not a groupie. They wanted me to point that out so hard, I wrote it in a different ink, child. I can't, it's right there. They're going to be your biggest fan, okay? But not a groupie. They want me to point that out. A lot of y'all divine feminines are very successful, okay? A lot of y'all are standing in your own energy, are creating all this abundance and change independently. And I feel that a lot of y'all have y'all guards up to new people, okay? And we're going to have to know, we're going to have to stop that, all right? Because some of these new people that are coming in are actually supposed to be your person. And I got this feeling when I wrote that down, that divine feminines that are like really successful. I'm talking about you high up in status, okay? You have security. You looking for the missing piece to the puzzle. That's kind of like the only thing you're quote unquote missing, if we want to use that for lack of a better term. But I really do feel like, oh, divine feminine, everybody don't want to steal from you. Everybody don't want to harm you, do you wrong. Everybody is not out to get you, okay? So I really have to stress that. And I feel like a lot of readers are on this trajectory, okay, of really, just supportively guiding people through. Okay, that's what we're here for. So I'm telling y'all, if you catching this reading, you may be a little closed off. Okay, you may be a little resistant, okay, to new people. Work on that heart chakra. Okay, work on that solar plexus, work on that root chakra, okay, so you can anchor in your energy. And it's like when you in that space, you really don't worry about what people gonna do to you. You don't. I'm speaking from experience. I'm at the point now where it's like, I know what I've been through, okay? I know what I want, what I don't want. I know what it takes, okay? I've been through all these lessons, and I just feel like divine feminine, what is the point of going through all those lessons if we're not going to open up to the opportunity to apply? Okay, yes, snaps and claps for that, period. So, all right, that's that message. It was a small love message right there, but we're gonna move on. This page right here, I know I'm going to lose some of y'all, right? I'm just preparing myself for it. I'm trying to stretch out the moment, but I know I'm going to lose some of y'all on this one. Let me just go through it. It says, you don't need all that to be spiritual. True enough. We just talked about precious metals. We just talked about how tarot is a tool. We're talking about all this great energy. But the truth is, you really don't need all of that to be spiritual, okay? Some of us are just waking up. Some of us are going to need more help than others when it comes to our walk of faith, our walk of spirituality, okay? It's going to take some more than others, all right? So that's why we're giving as much information as we can out here, okay? Like, you find what works for you and you stick with that, okay? But it says, you don't need all of that to be spiritual or to connect, to tap into spirit, to the divine spirit. You don't need a building to worship in, a building to praise, or to connect to source. They're talking about church here. Okay, specifically. That's why I said I'm finna lose some of y'all, all right? On my channel, I have never shunned anybody, judged anybody, said a mean word, okay? Ask my collective, period. I have never judged anybody, said a mean word as far as a person's religious identity, as far as how they identify spiritually. I am an all-inclusive type of reader because I believe that the people, that step outside of what they believe and they're just open to new information, those are the people we want around, no matter what you believe in. As long as you're willing to hear a motherfucker out, you know what I'm saying? Like, as long as we can have a adult, mature conversation, agree to disagree, whatever, you're welcome here. You know what I'm saying? But they saying in this specific message about these churches, okay? We talking about these new school churches, all right? Like, I grew up in a church setting. I grew up in many different religious backgrounds, okay? I'm talking about many, all right? I'm not talking about one or two. I'm talking about I was around several different religions at a young age, okay? I was just exposed to those types of things from different cultures because my family, we were around different people all the time, okay? So maybe you're like me. Maybe you're that person, okay, where you just have always identified as spiritual, not religious. Or maybe you're the other. Maybe you are religious, okay? But you starting to see a shift, a change out here as far as religiously. Going to these churches, seeing the people that run them, I'm hearing the underbelly of the ugly, okay? That dwells in a lot of those places. Let's keep it a buck. Let's talk about it, okay? Look, hold on. So, I feel like what they say in here is you don't need a building. You don't need a actual physical place, okay, to worship is what they said, or connect to source, connect to your spirit. They say, yes, it provides a sense of community. It can be a safe space to gather, and there is strength in numbers, but you don't need it to find God, okay, to find source, to be close to God, okay? You don't need another person. I think they talking about all these false prophets. I really do. You see what's going on, just like I see what's going on out here, okay? And these motherfuckers is getting aired out left and right. They frying their ass all on the internet. All these little nasty skeletons and secrets, and okay, it's coming out. All right, it's the age of exposure. All right, information. So I really do feel like they're preparing y'all, okay, just to have an open mind, just to find a strength of faith in you that says no matter where I go, God is there, okay? No matter where I am, God is there. He's not in a church somewhere all the time, okay? He's everywhere, okay? So that part, they said you don't need another person to speak the words of the Lord unto you. That includes myself, okay? These are the messages that they want me to tell y'all so y'all can go out there and find. Look, if you know, you know, okay? Not even myself do you need, all right? That's a real motherfucker for you, though. I'm not finna be up here like these other readers I've observed, okay, for years, okay? Even before I started my channel, I was a watcher, okay? Literally. And I'm not talking about the ones that be watching us, okay? I'm talking about I was a viewer like you. I would watch hundreds of channels, okay? Let's keep it a buck. I will watch hundreds of channels, okay? That's why I feel like some of y'all are out here, and you found the tarot, you found spirituality, you know what I'm saying? And you getting in that, oh, this is my new thing, I'm gonna overindulge type of thing. Or you're just on the other end where you've been in a church for all your life and now you questioning everything. I just feel like they're telling y'all don't need all these external forces to connect to the life force, to the spirit force. You, the divine, it's the same. It's intertwined. Okay? So stop thinking that you need a building, a physical person to speak and lay hands and do all that. Look, I'm not finna go into it, all right? They said, you don't need a physical person to speak the words of God onto you. If God, if Source, if the Most High wants to talk to you, okay, trust and believe. Whatever way he deems necessary, he will communicate, okay? By angels, by dreams, by symbols, synchronicities, by the smell in the air, okay? Oh, look, by the feeling in your gut, okay? Music. Like, there are so many ways that the Most High, Source, the Divine, God, the Almighty, the Omega, that whatever you want to label him as, okay? Because it's all the same thing. No. You don't understand. It's all the same thing, okay? Let's start integrating this information that we out here receiving, all right? Let's start applying. I just feel like it's about first you get it, all right? Then you know what to do with it. Then you go out there and do it with it. You feel me? Like, look, I'm on one tonight, y'all. I'm sorry, okay? Period. I'm on one tonight. If you caught it, you caught it. If you clicked off, you just clicked off at this point. God does not need a third party. He does not need external. He created everything. Okay? So he don't need a third party to come talk to you. All right? That's what my angels, my spirit team, period. My archangels, ancestors, higher self, spirit guide, animal spirit guide, children spirit guides, any, okay, being of the light that is assigned to my team. That's what they want me to let you know. All right? So, speaking of third parties, all right? Let's talk about it. Please stop thinking third parties means other partners, other women, okay? Always. They said this ick that you feel in your soul when you in a reading and you hear third party and you just be like, ugh, that's that bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look. They said they want you to understand that third party, these are the possible, some examples of third parties. They said this could be a business, an establishment, a governing body, a family member, an ancestor, unknown entity, spirit itself, karma, God, okay, himself, the Almighty, okay. These could be references to third parties in readings, specifically when we're talking about tarot. Okay? They just want me to point out that to y'all. So stop thinking it's that bitch every time you hear, okay, third party. I can't take y'all. Look. We got one more page and then I'm gonna let y'all go. Alright? It says, speaking of karmics arrive based on what lessons you need to learn. Okay? They come wrapped in all your favorite desires. Ain't that some shit? They come wrapped in all your favorite desires. It says something about instant karma, okay? It's something about instant karma these days. It's coming fast for these motherfuckers, okay? It used to take a minute for a motherfucker to go all around and get back to it. Nah, this shit has happened instantly. That's why that phrase has arrived, they said, instant karma. Because literally it's coming that fast. They said it's something about instant karma, or as soon as anything, they said anything, or anyone, okay, attempts to do something to you, like to harm you, or to distract you, or to block you from your path, they immediately regret it. No, you got to believe in that, all right? No, they're out here catching spiritual cases, okay? They're out here getting booked, fried, dyed, and laid to the side, all right? I am not gonna lie to you. It says, Bay, if you a Jit, you already know, sometimes I call Bay Source, the Most High, God. Sometimes I call that energy Bay, because Bay means what? Before anyone else, and that is truly the only energy you should be referring to as Bay. That's just me though. All right. It says, Bay is on these magicians' asses, okay? No, you don't understand. All right, no. Oh my God, no, you don't understand. These magicians, Bay is on their asses, okay? It said the people, the energies that come into your life and try to trick you, okay, deceive you, they said tisk, tisk. That's exactly what I got. The finger, okay, big as hell, okay, powerful as hell, and I got the tisk, tisk. No. Okay, these motherfuckers out here that's trying to cook up some shit, no, y'all don't understand. These magicians, these fake witches, okay, no, these covens and these karmics, okay, no, you don't understand. These motherfuckers that's cooking up some shit, nah, okay? These motherfuckers playing with fire, they said. Remember I told you in the other reading that fire was a divine symbol for twin flame. It says fire, flame, okay? He says they're playing with fire, meaning they're playing with the twins, okay? He says he's finna wreck shop. Tear they ass up. No, you don't understand. He's finna wreck shop and tear they ass up. They said you don't feel sorry for these motherfuckers. Nah, they want you to not feel sorry. Sympathy, empathy, okay? I know a lot of y'all out there empaths. I know a lot of y'all out there got these big, wide, just hearts, okay? These big, wide, golden hearts. And you think that you're supposed to live light and love with everybody and blah. No, fuck no, okay? Period. No, it says you are supposed to rejoice. They use the word rejoice, okay? It's not lower vibrational to rejoice. They said to laugh. No, you don't understand. Belly chuckles is what I heard. To laugh. Because Bay is finna tear they ass up. You cannot fuck fire with fire. Like, what's that term? You can't fight fire with fire. God invented fire. God invented the twins. These crewmates want to play with fire with the person with the energy that made it, okay? Like, I'm not understanding their logic at all right? You don't want to start a fire party with God, is what I'm saying, okay? No, they said specifically, look at this. Look at these down here, okay? Pause it, do whatever you got to do. Look, moon magic. Now, these magicians, now these little witches, nah, shorty, I don't give a fuck what you talking about, okay? It's a lot of energies down here on this planet, okay? And I'm specifically talking about these fake ass magicians, wizards, warlocks, these witches. That is the sector they said that I am talking about. Now there are other energies. There are fairies, there are giants, there are this, that, and the other animals. There are a lot of different energies on this earth. I am specifically talking about these motherfuckers with these spells. I'm finna name them. These potions and all these rituals. Look, they said moon magic, mirror magic, love spells, rituals, the board. You know what that board is. If you ever touch, child, stop fucking with that shit. Okay, I'm telling you, that Woja board, I'm not even finna say the real name, the Woja board, okay? Stop fucking with that shit, alright? I know my collective probably ain't never even seen one, touch one in real life. Probably just seen it on a movie or some shit, because we don't even be down with that shit. Okay? They said sex magic. Any motherfucker that's doing any of this shit is finna get their ass towed up. They finna be grass, we finna be smoking them. Okay? I ain't got time for y'all. Look, I'm finna go. They said moon magic, mirror magic, love spells, and rituals. The Woja board, okay? They said sex magic, blood rituals. Now, they out here tampering with bloodlines, G. No, they out here tampering with divine, ancient, pure light bloodlines, royal bloodlines. Why the fuck you think they doing these rituals? Now it's not just to drink the blood and turn into a fucking vampire, bitch. No, okay? It is for literally tampering, genetics, code. I've been telling y'all about this shit. It goes deeper than you think it is, all right? So they said all them jars and shit. No, see, y'all don't understand. The jig jar is not really a jar, okay? It was a jar, but it's not that kind of jar, okay? You know I'm talking about them spells and rituals where you put motherfuckers in jars and shit. They know the jig jar is a whole different type of jar, okay? Period. That's what they told me to tell you. The jig jar is a whole different type of jar. They said the jig jar has its own voice. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I put that in there too. Fuck is you talking about? They said these motherfuckers with these jars, they said they're throwing spiritual shade. They're not gonna have it no more. I'm telling you. They said they're like throwing monsters and demons on people and shit. They said we're not doing that shit over here, okay? My jars is whole different. I'm not putting nobody's name in no fucking jar, okay? I'm putting phrases. I'm putting words. I'm to enhance the reading, okay? To let a motherfucker know I'm coming authentically me, all right? But no, I'm talking about these motherfuckers with these spells and shit. They finna tell their ass up. It's one more part on here, and I'm gonna let y'all go. It says, yeah, because I was thinking while they was telling me about all this shit, I was like, I want to live in a realm where this shit don't exist. Don't you? Collective. Look at my face. I know you can't see my face, but look at my face. Okay? Don't you want to live in a world where none of this shit exists? Okay, well then we have to start doing our part. We have to start, okay, walking in our light, being our change. I'm gonna touch on that in the next collective reading. It says even. Wait a minute, let me read this. Okay, right. They said stop feeding into the bullshit. Even if it's a personal conversation between you and Source, just not participating in it, not feeding into the shit with fear. They said don't be scared of none of this shit either. They said that's how you also feed it. Like a lot of y'all ain't never seen no Ouija board, ain't never thought about doing no sex magic, 100 bottle, this, that, and the other spell on the motherfucker. Okay, ain't never thought about none of that shit. But you feed into it with your fear. They said because you worried about a motherfucker doing all this shit. The motherfuckers can't touch you. Okay? Motherfuckers can't do shit about it. 444 was just on the clock. Look. I'm not finna play with y'all. Stop being scary of that shit. Stop being fearful of that shit. Especially in these times that we live in. And if you're here, you're either, I'm telling you, you're either a being of the divine, of the light. Okay, a star seed, a healer, an earth angel, or indigo child. You're either a divine masculine, divine feminine. You're a prophet. You're something. Okay, or you on the other side of that. You a demon. You a karmic. You a witch. You a this and that and the other. I don't want to hear it. All right. So that is where I'm gonna leave y'all at. Period. We done went 45 minutes up in this thing. Okay. I hope y'all stayed to the end. All right, if you are still here, then thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, hats off to you. You a real one, period, for catching these messages. All right, I'm not gonna pull no cards. It's just been absolutely too long. I've been kikiing with y'all. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all go. If it resonated, I'm not finna sit here and tell y'all to like, subscribe. So that's pressure. We don't do that over here, okay? If you was feeling the downloaded messages, if you resonated with the stuff I said, then you already understand the assignment. I have to say less. If it did not resonate, if ain't shit I said here made no sense to you, then I bid you adieu, okay? Adieu. Peace. Respectfully, all right? Maybe something I said here will click or hit one day, and you'll come on back to the jig and show your girl some love. Until then, my divine collective, you already know. Stay tuned for the next episode. I'm out.